TheSageOfTarn Alpha version 0.336 February 2018. Today we're going to go through the changelog live because my editing software kind of bonked on me. So let's start off with the newest additions. Now I have a new state called the Knockback, which functions quite as the name suggests. You shoot into the ground, you get knocked back. You shoot into the wall, you get knocked back, unless you grab on both. If you jump into a wall, you will also get knocked back, though I might change that. Then I have added autoascending to jumps, which is if you jump into a corner, you will automatically climb over it as such. This is kind of nice for a smoother gameplay, sort of. I've added the initial work for torches. This is basically a sort of background lighting. Speaking of lighting, I added a new color shader to the guy. You can basically map a color onto him now, which is very, very nice. Let's see. It can basically be whatever color you want. In this case, though, the idea of how I want to use it is based on if the area lighting is dark and green, I would want him to reflect that sort of, and maybe have a lighting or something like this. Right now, I just add random colors to it because I haven't made that system, but that's the idea. Obviously, the shader itself can also be used for a lot of other things, which is very useful. For adjustments, I obviously changed the background color to dark green because, you know, why not? I needed it sort of because I wanted to change a little bit of the smoke trail slightly, and I needed to see it. Because it's gray, I needed to change the background color. I've changed the, what is it? When you fall after hitting the ceiling, you will now fall in a slight angle. The idea with this is that before, when you ran and you jumped and you hit the ceiling, you would fall straight down, which feels very annoying because it stops you in your tracks. Whereas now it has a slightly more angles, you don't lose all your momentum. I'm gonna adjust it a little bit more because it still loses a little too much of your momentum to feel good, but it's an adjustment process. As for bugs, I fixed the infinite wall climbing, which was basically whenever you jumped into a wall, you grabbed like this, you looked out, like to the right in this case, and then you point straight up with the analog stick. You should do this, but before you would just skip up a little bit on the wall, grab immediately, and you could basically spam the dash button in order to just climb the entire wall, which is not so good. So that got fixed. Then I have a few visual bugs that I fixed, which is basically a dashing thing, which was very random that I found. Let me show it off. So if you are on a wall, let's say this one, and I do the ascending, and I jump away from the wall, if I, in that dash away from the wall, actually manage to grab here, which can be done in certain circumstances. It's a little bit tricky, but there is one place in this map where it can be done. It would show the wrong animation. It would basically be flipped. So instead of having the hands point to the right here, the hands would be pointing to the left. So I fixed that. Then I have another one which is for rolling. Whenever you roll, you can see you kind of instantly pop up when just standing. This also happened when you roll under something. So you would sort of get something similar to this. This is jumping currently. And it didn't look too good, so I removed that. I'm gonna remove it for jumping too. As for some of the other things, there is obviously this little red thing here. It is basically the same as a test wall, so it's the same as all the green walls, except, of course, it moves. So that changes things slightly. For example, I can not really grab it because it moves away from where I'm grabbing. So I need to make some changes so that he can stay on it, which is kind of interesting. He can stand on it and still, but he can go into it, but it can go through him. So there needs to be some small changes, but it's kind of interesting. I started work on that. And that is about it for this particular version. Visually, at least. I've been working a lot on condensing code again, because now I have quite a few states, and I found out that a lot of those states have a lot of things in common. So I'm weeding out all the things they have in common, and it's actually going to leave me with a lot of basic movements and basic animation states, so that you can have a specific state swapper as I have now, but you could swap in whatever animation state you want on it, instead of now where it's kind of locked to whatever it should be. This should allow me not only to make more states out of what I already have, but it should also allow me to make newer units using the same things, which I would appreciate. So yeah, that's about it for this update. And as always, if you or your company is interested in me or my skill, feel free to contact me. Bye.